Welcome back to America Island. This is Transport Fever 2. We are playing, and I am Kusan from Kusan Gaming. Alright, what we are looking at here is all these ships. An army of ships are invading. They all are gonna go get oil. Do you remember when we bought all these ships? We bought all these ships in one go. And now they're all going. They're still coming. They're coming and they're going. They are the big ones. They can carry 100 fuel. They have light boats on them. They can carry passengers. Where is that one going? They're sort of fanning out all over the place. Here they come. There are a lot more in there than I first maybe have thought there might be. Is there more? Ship 45. Tell me there. Oh, watch out. Whoa. Our cameraman almost got hit there. Okay, this must be the last ship. Now, I usually name the first ship of the generation. Where is the first ship of this generation? It's ship 34. He's over here. He's leading the army. He made almost $700,000 that one year. Ah yes, that one year. We can name this ship now, the Deep Blue Sea, or something like that. The Deep Blue Bringer of Oil. Now that is not an official name. The Deep Blue. That's the name of that ship, which suggests that it should be blue. I would probably agree with that statement, because it's mostly black, which means it is shipping oil, and then we'll give it that accent, that blue accent on the bottom. Did it work? Okay, well it just painted the smokestack thing, so it didn't work. Anyway, we'll just paint them back to black. Paint them all back to black. There we go. So, now there's a fair amount of ships. Is this a beached ship? This is not. This is where they chose to go. That is a old looking ship. Would you look at that? I wonder if it's time to upgrade those ships. But if you the edge of the map was right there. We nearly fell off. Okay, so this is gonna start getting pretty messy here. How about our train line? See, Bay City is unaffected by this business. I promised this episode we'll be building a train line out to Los Angeles. I removed all the labels. It's hard to tell where we're going. Okay, Los Angeles is that way. We have $1.5 million. We have the full loan capacity. I'm gonna go ahead and build the line one time and not repeat it. We're just gonna build it. We're gonna build it right away, and we're not gonna rebuild it. Is that so? That is so. We are gonna turn here. So by not rebuilding it, I do mean to say that we can adjust it. But once we build it, we're not going back. So we all know that there's going to be slope problems here. I'm going to try my best to avoid those slope problems so that we don't have to rebuild it, because we won't be rebuilding it. It's just Los Angeles and the surroundings are pretty slopey places. Like, I must zoom in. See, there's a hill right here, and as you can tell, there's a valley up ahead. So if I extend this railroad past this palm tree that I'm now behind, how much digging is that going to result up here in Napa County? Things we say now. Okay. I'm going to place it for $112,000 to sort of, you know what, Where are we even going? We're trying to get to the steel mill. Los Angeles is a good place, but the steel mill is quite a nice place. So let's build the train station here. We start with the station and we end. Then we're gonna build the railway. 120. I think that's what we're at. We're gonna also gamble on this one. We're not gonna go around checking. I've learned some ways of improving the efficiency of my building. We can 2 platforms right away. That way. And why are we aligning it to the steel mill? Is there something holy about the steel mill that it needs to be aligned? Okay. As normal, we're gonna place it here in just a few moments. We're gonna place it right away. There's no waiting around. There's only placing. Only placing, isn't there? Okay, now it becomes clear what side of the city the stop should be on. Somewhere in the middle, that's where. Somewhere about here. Let's destroy this road. This road was the connection to Albuquerque. What if we build a station? It's a passenger station, but we're going to go with 4 platforms. They're not actual platforms, they're just going to incur cost as if they were 4 platforms. Now, what's the chance I'm going to align this perfect? There's almost no chance. So we're going to build this rail line out just straight here, right to the edge of this road. It says it's flat. I'm going to accept that and build the other side, the other second track. Place my 2 platforms, my 4 platforms here. Did you know that this is actually quite close to the city? That there are houses right there. So we're bringing some chagrin to these inhabitants of Los Angeles. But we did place a nice station that now I already made a mistake. I did already make a mistake, but it's early on, so you'll forgive me. If it goes any further than this, you wouldn't forgive me, but we have to put the tracks on the outside. Is that so? Okay, wait. That is also not so. Okay, because we need a cargo platform then. Okay, at this point, you're not going to have to forgive me because I've totally screwed it up a bit. Just a bit. We've only screwed it up just a bit. So if I put it one more railway in. Okay, you'll see what I'm doing. We're already demolishing. Don't worry, it's only we're only trying to adjust this to be the proper thing we want it to be. Okay, a cargo platform does not fit there. But it does fit here. So this is an end station for passengers. Does that mean that we only need 1 track for passengers? That's kind of what's going to happen. Where is the other track here? It's out there. Okay, cargo. Cargo everywhere. I've done this wrong, I think. I've totally done this wrong. But, okay, is that okay? That is not okay. Something's telling me that this is hard. This is not as hard as it should be. Okay. Here's an idea. Build a freight platform instead. That way, can you then transform? Yeah, this is what I want. It's not what I want, but I'm gonna place it. We're gonna configure it, and we're gonna see. You know what? I don't want that either. Okay, let's not do this. Let's build the rails, and then we'll put the station. I want like a a cargo platform on the back and a passenger platform in the front. I'm trying to think of the most efficient way to build it. The most efficient way to build it would be to have, so these are our cargo lines. 2 railway tracks are the width of 1 cargo platform on this side. 1 track is the width of 1 passenger platform. And then these ones, okay, we've done it. I think we've achieved what we want. These 2 tracks I'm about to build are the tracks for a passenger station with only 2 platforms. How far up ahead do we build it? We can build it, I don't want to build it that far ahead. I want to do the original level of being aheadness here. Not there either. I want to go, we're getting this perfect the first time, which is why we are allowing us this sort of perfectionism. Okay. This is perfect. Is everything correct? We are double checking that everything we do is correct as we do it. That way, nobody can complain about anything. You would not know that this is perfect, but this is perfect. All we have to do now is see how perfect of a connection we can get here. Almost perfect. We just have to go a little bit further back here to get the full 120 kilometers per hour. Is it 120 all the way through? Double check. Are we on the right side? We are. Are we going to purchase this? It is set a bit into the ground. We're still going to purchase it, and we're not going to rebuild it. If I can find the purchase button. Here it is, 400,000. No worries. Okay, I have made a mistake, haven't I? This is the cargo line. And the passenger line's on the outside. Hey, doesn't that make it exciting? We have ourselves a potential problem. Have I sufficiently done enough to avoid this said problem? I don't think I have. I think I ran into that one quite easily on my own fault. And now, you see, now we're going to get slopes here. That's fine. We're going to accept everything it gives us. Although, if you can build next to your brother here in the same sort of... Okay, we're going to get this right. Don't worry. We're only 13 minutes in. We're already invested. So we're going to build it in pieces. I think the trick is to build it in pieces. Build it up to the road. About. There we go. Build it up to the road. Then have the slope change. Is the slope changing? Don't build it to the road. Build it before the road. Bring it here. You know, the best type of symmetry is the one where you build all 900 tracks. Right? Okay. What are we even going to do about that? We're going to make it go over top here somewhere. They're going to have to do a little switcheroozy. Or we configure this. No, we're doing a switcheroo. Which means we should build the big platform on this station right away. So we can align things so we can align everything correctly the first time. We have $2 million. We're still playing. It's March 7th, 1884. The days are going by slowly, but we are playing. Okay. We have shown success on this side of Los Angeles. Can we repeat this success? See? We have evaded any slopes. We have built the station parallel and perpendicular, all at the same time. Construction not possible. I can see you curving a bit more than I want. This piece of road that cost us, this rail cost us $400,000, and now it's given us a reason to demolish it. And well, at least once we get this, we can at least say, okay, now it's offering a tunnel. That's awfully nice. That's a nice offer. I'll accept that offer because that is where we're going to have the switcheroo, and it's all at 120 speed, and it's $400,000. And now we have successfully connected the cargo part of this network, which means we can technically start making profit off it, as long as we go to here and extend the station. We need an oil train. The oil train can stop on platform. Not enough platforms, is there? We're gonna have to share a platform. What platform do we want to share? The tools platform. Does the tools platform... The tool train has to wait, so the lumber train just has to go. Oh, this is a through station. I don't think we have to deliver oil to Seattle. We have a truck doing that. Now, how evil would I be if I pretended like that depot should stay there, and I built a train line like sort of merging in with everything? It doesn't work. Well, it's time to destroy this beautiful spaghetti junction thing and put our own tracks in there. It does work. This is the kind of industrial shenanigans sometimes that must happen in order to... why must this happen? Okay. This is a double slip switch, and then this is a double slip switch, and then pretty much we have succeeded in making this not perfect, but very useful. And we can keep that depot there then. Although I do remember saying that we're not going to keep it. We do need a depot on the west coast. Can I even get a train on the line I'm about to build from this depot? Probably not. So our train station should go somewhere between here and here. How come this truck stop doesn't reach the waterways? Oh, because the waterways are a delivery, and this truck station is an export. It's expedition. Okay. Let's put our train rail freight yard stop. We can place it here as a measurement opportunity. That's a measurement opportunity I'm willing to invest in. We don't need tram tracks. We might as well pave it. I don't really mind. That reaches that. And simple enough, if we want to make it reach the oil truck stop, we just have to extend a little entrance from the side. This one can be dirt road, but it's not going to be dirt road I'm going to impress you and put paved road. Starting today. Today's the day we have decided to start paving things. Alright, this now reaches everything. Everything touches everything except the shipyard doesn't touch the truck stop. But other than that, everything touches everything. I can do a little experimentation here. If I delete this truck stop, it should give me a symbol, that symbol there. I can squeeze this station over time in the right direction. If I put it here, will it recognize that we're the... Will you recognize it? Yes, you have recognized it. So now everything is now touching everything. Everything is touching everything like it should be touching everything. And except this train line is not touching the other train line. Now it's touching everything. Now everything is touching everything. And we have ourselves a potential money-making fuel train. We can't actually afford the fuel train at the moment. Okay, another thing that I have realized is the fact that there is no through station here at the Bay City lumber mill. And there's no through station through this cargo port. Does it need a through station? It would be nice. So once again, we've miscalculated, right? Okay, well, I'm gonna very quickly. This can't be done quickly. This is gonna be done painfully. We're gonna destroy this again. Wow, this has been a sad day for Los Angeles, losing another train station. I think we're at number 5. Let's press play. We have nothing to lose by pressing play. We have only to gain. All those ships. How are all those ships doing? Those ships are doing great. Those ships are doing. Can I please examine this line for how great it's doing? It's losing money. It is losing a ton of money. Why would that be? That's because you're not bringing back oil. You're not bringing back oil. Careful the edge of the map. Okay, that line was maybe not the smartest line. Unless we give it a third stop. Well, it don't matter. I think it's gonna work. I'm willing to hold on that decision-making process and automatic. Okay. We're looking for a platform. This is the one I want. Is it the one I want? Or is the one I want based off of a passenger station? Passenger stations are a bit easier to... They are harder to properly remodel because you have to destroy like 7 versions of roof and stairs, and I'll show you what I mean. I won't show you what I mean. I'm fine. Okay. How does one do this correctly? This is not even the right length. There we go. We're doing it correctly. We don't need this many tracks. This is a measurement tool. This is a technique taught by the ancients. Okay, this is the one I want. I think, I do pray this is the one we want. We don't want to be building stations in Los Angeles all game. Here's the test. So if I put a station here, remove that, make it a platform. No, that's not the one we want. We want this one pretty much. Let's see. If I remove those 2 rail lines at the back, yes, this is the one we want. Will it fit? Will it fit? If we remove, yes, double check, 400,000. Okay. We went with the passenger station. This is the harder one to edit because now I have to remove every single roof and every single tunnel individually. And every time I do that, the whole world glitches. It's as if it's some kind of a mega demolition. You've demolished railways before, haven't you? You know what demolishing railways is like. I'll do it right now. Oh, it is just as hard in the real world as it is out in that configure world. Okay. Back to the configure world. Put the platform and put a train line for a platform for a station, and put a bunch more rail for a through station. Which means I'm guessing we're gonna have to. Okay, this one won't work because it's right up here, and we need to give it some room to do its business. I'll give you some room to do some business, as long as you give me the station that I want when I want it. Okay, that to me looks like a through station. Let's put more platforms. Let's pay more. We're running out of money. We've reached that point where we've gone too extra. We do have $10 million of a loan available, so we can for sure redeem ourselves by buying a train for $10 million. Okay, we do need to set this ship line to deliver refined oil. Manage line. So after the lower West Jordan, you go to Richmond Branch, then you need to go to Seattle directly. Although that might screw everything up. That's going to screw everything up. We need you to go. If we want you to go here, that's okay, but we're going to need another platform there. We're going to need to expand this station, this harbor. Now, if anything makes the game glitch as anything before, it is this harbor. If you upgrade a harbor, you have got yourself time warp like you haven't seen before. I don't even have enough money to expand that station. I think we're going to have to sell some big ships as a sort of a cash recuperation. You're empty. Let's sell some ships and make some money back the old-fashioned way, which is selling off stuff. This guy is half full. This guy's empty. But that's West Coast Shipping Oil 1. I want West Coast Shipping 2. There's West Coast Shipping 2. There, we have $1 million now. I feel healthy again. Enough money to edit this station, right? Are we right? We could be right. But editing a station with a train on it is mighty dangerous. Mighty dangerous indeed. Let's send that train out. Let's get you out of here before we start exploding things. Come on, hurry up. Get a move on. There we go. That train is off. We will pause the game for this surgery. Signals, everything is being removed. But we're not actually going to demolish the station. Would you believe it? We're going to use the configure tool in order to work our magic. Because I already know the recipe for success for these things. And the recipe for success is to demolish everything but the 2 tracks in the middle. That is actually the recipe. And we built out from the middle. Look how well that's going. That is going mighty well. Now, I had an inkling feeling that this depot was in the way. I had that premonition ages ago. Well, if we're going to need a road depot, we're going to have to rebuild it. So we're going to just keep on pressing on. And this is not a passenger stop, silly. This is a cargo station, and you know it. You definitely do know it. You just put this here. Piece of dirt road. I promised paved road. I promised paved road, didn't I? I will give you paved road. In fact, are you ready for this? I'm gonna pave everything up in here. I am gonna pave everything up in here. You have yourself a nice day, officer. You have yourself a paved road. All the way from Bay City to Los Angeles. Guess what? Well, guess what? Nothing. Sometimes they complain about the time it takes. They have a connection, but they're not happy with the amount of time it takes to travel from city to city. Well, I'm afraid I can't help you at the moment. I can actually hinder you more. There, we're gonna straighten out this delivery route for our own profit purposes. How do you like that? I'm not gonna pave it because I think actually dirt road has a higher speed limit than some of these. Oh, it's a small street that has 20 kilometers, but this medium street, pretty much the same thing as a dirt road. Okay, back to business. We still have, we can't unpause. Everyone's gonna go crazy. If you unpause, you realize how crazy this lumber line is gonna go. It's gonna go really crazy. This is clearly trying to trip up my train. Can you do the same length as your partner here in crime? Your partner in crime here, and you can do the same thing. There we go. Now, no. Okay, we do need a switcheroozy place. I have lost my vocabulary. They're not called switcheroos, but I've been calling everything around here a switcheroo. Well, that's what we're gonna have to call them until we figure out some proper jargon to call these things. Okay, who's complaining now? Only Albuquerque and Los Angeles? You're annoying me, but I'm not gonna help you at this time. I'm gonna work on this line. I think this is a record speed that we have ever edited, improved, and built all in the same episode. And if you even remember what we did at the beginning of this episode, what was it that we did? It was nothing much. We just looked at ships for a while. This is, I don't understand where you're coming from when you're offering me that type of junction. You're confusing me. I thought I had you all good and solved, but I didn't have you nothing. I see what the problem is. They don't consider that a parallel piece of track. I'll give you a parallel piece of track, but I've given it to you all. I'll try again. Here, I'll give you a piece of track that you can work with, and we can all work with it together. There we go. So, off to Napa. We are off to Napa. Well, too bad there's no wine production in this game. That would be an interesting, if any modders are watching, please add some wine production and add some curved stations. Alright. Are we going to do this complicated thing right now? That where we're going to do the bridge over the tunnel. Are we doing that right away? I would like to try. Too much slope. I know I'm talking over, not under. Too much slope for sure. So that's gonna require more. That's gonna require some engineering that we don't currently. Here we go. This is something I can do. I can attach this here train station to the platform to the line. We've done it. Now we just need a backing up slot and a signal, and I think we have ourselves the workings and the beginnings of an oil train line which can bring us so much money you won't know what to do. So it's going to pass through here. How are you doing, lumber line? You're good. That lumber line is doing pretty well. Watch. It's going to fill up 70 people, 70 log people, 70 logs are on the train. It's backing up. It's coming out. We're going to do this on the real speed. Look at that. This other train is showing up right on time. Will it even have to stop? This is perfection. That is total perfection. That is why we're making almost $500,000 on this lumber delivery line. That means all these horses and all these employees and this whole paved road system is working quite nicely together to perform at a level of performance not yet seen on this here series. Meanwhile, in Seattle, in the annex, well, all we really need to do is build a line. Seattle Annex to Los Angeles transfer. Forgive me there. Not the passenger one. The cargo one. Let's see how true to this middle track this train is going to be. That is fairly true. It is going through the middle of all these things. That's interesting to see. It goes through the middle of this one and does little swervy swerve around the depot. But I don't mind that because it's the end of the line and it's kind of symbolic of making use of what you have, isn't it? Now this train, you've guessed it, it's going to be black. We're going to see the whole oil thing really just take over the whole map, isn't it? We can name this line right off the bat. It's the cargo train full of fuel and oil. West Coast Oil Train, then. That would be a proper naming of this train. Last thing but not least thing is to buy a train for it. So how successfully do you think if this train comes on this track, and then this is double switched, and this is double switched, then we can just send the train as if it's going all the way to Los Angeles, but we'll turn it around. So that we will turn that train around. How's the mogul going to be for this mission? The mogul will be amazing for this mission, actually. This type was often built in the USA between 1860 and 1930. Well, we have ourselves a top contender for an oil line. We just need our very beautiful oil tank cars that can only go 50 kilometers an hour. And the mogul? Well, the mogul's going to speed along, hopefully. The mogul goes 70 kilometers. I think I've told you, 75 kilometers. Isn't there anything that goes more like 60? Well, we want to impress. We want to buy to impress. So we'll even buy this beautiful black tank car as long as it fits the requirements. 121. Can we get something better? I didn't actually see what the top capacity was. 70. 70 is a sad. 70 is what I see when I look at a lumber line. I see 70. I just wish these things went 60 kilometers per hour and I would have been so happy. 75 with the tiny car. Okay, that could work, but let's give this one a chance. Let's give tank car number 1. 98 capacity, 120 meters. This seems like perfect efficiency. Buy for $4 million. Cargo West Coast Oil Train. We are sending you out for business. You are going to do some business up here on the West Coast, going up and down and all around. You'll be going everywhere. We should paint you black. That is the fashion of the time. Beautiful black train. There we go. So now that we have, okay, I promised you to upgrade. My camera is unhandleable. Can we stop this? Okay. I promised you an upgraded harbor. I'm gonna give you an upgraded harbor. So let's upgrade the harbor. This is where the whole world's about to glitch. Cargo, small dock. I'll choose this one. How long are we going to stay here now, gentlemen? How long are you going to sit here and complain that we upgraded the dock? This is going to complain for a while, and we're not even done. Okay, well, as long as you think that smoke and water can physically pause in time, then I'll be okay with that. But my viewers might not think that. Alright, configure. Are we almost here now? I've placed the harbor. We're just waiting on it. I have placed the... Okay. The harbor has been placed. Things are slowly coming back into motion. There we go. You may honk for good luck, sir. I want to put landing zones here, which might take another minute or two. I'm just joking. This should be done very soon. This doesn't take as long as actually building a dock into the water. This usually takes half that time, but right now, as you can see, I do declare a long waiting time for a dock to be built up here in Hawaii. There we go. Okay, just leave it. Now we placed the last thing. Let's go somewhere else and look at something else. Let's look at our statistics. I see a lot of negative. I see a lot of lines that aren't making much gold. We have the cargo West Coast tools, and the 2 cross-country lines have dipped below the positivity line. The West Coast oil shipping line 1 probably needs some upgraded ships. These ships are very old. Our Boston tram lines not doing so well, but they are doing their job well because they're delivering people to where they need to go. They have 4 trams on each line. I think if I take off 1 tram, for instance, you have no people on you. That's tram 10 on tram line 2. We're going to sell this vehicle, and we're going to go to tram line 1. This guy's empty, so we'll sell you. And now, maybe we'll make a bit more money on that line. So now that we've upgraded the harbor, the easy part is before us. It's to just switch the lines up. We can go here and do it from the terminals, Terminal 2 and Terminal 3. There we go. Terminal 2 is the crude oil shipping. Actually, I want this on Terminal 2, the refined oil shipping on Terminal 2, and the crude oil on Terminal 1, like originally designated. Okay. So now I think that we can increase later on the capacity of these delivery ships and this train line. Oh no. I've let the oil train go, haven't I? I was gonna send it back, but now it's doing a full loop, and it's currently gonna be our biggest losing train. Where are you, abouts? Well, I can't turn you around now. That would cause a lot of havoc on the train lines. That would definitely cause a lot of havoc. Not to worry. This gives us a chance to what does this give us a chance to? Bring some oil to the terminal. But I think this is where we're going to stop the episode, although we all want to see success on this oil line. But we've at least achieved a beautiful extension of the West Coast line. We've increased the shipping here, and we can even send a passenger line next episode. It's going to take a moment, but I think with setting up the local line and with possibly having to... oh yes, we have to connect up the track for the passenger line. Here comes the oil train. Let's watch it on fast speed. Zoom past this cargo station where it does not belong. You may keep going, sir. There she blows. There she blows. Alright. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you for watching.